Good morning, YouTube. What's going on, guys? It's Captain Combo here. I am up early this morning. Don't work until 12:30 in the afternoon. It is currently 9 o'clock. Been waking up for the past hour or so. So I decided I was about sufficiently ready to get up and start my day. So I think I'm going to start my day with a little bit of a secret stream. Secret in the way that I don't think anyone will be watching this early. In case you see this and you tune in, thank you for being here. I will have my chat open. So if anyone does join, I'll be able to respond to any comments or concerns or anything like that you guys have. Let me just post that I'm streaming, and then we'll see if anyone feels like joining. And normally, sorry for sort of a dull opening to the stream. Today we're going to be playing some more Kingdom Come Deliverance. I've really been enjoying this game recently. I started it quite a while back, and I always I remember seeing this game a lot before I ever actually played it, and being really intrigued by the basic premise of it. Obito's Dumplings, welcome to the chat. How you doing? Good morning. Okay, but yeah, I remember being intrigued by the basic premise. I'm really into all this medieval stuff. I'm big on RPGs as well, so this was kind of everything that I was looking for. I wish you guys could see my cat right now because he's sitting in the sunlight and he's gorgeous. But last we left off, we got a few quests done. I think I played a little bit more off screen as well. Basically cleared up the side quests that I had, except now I've given myself an extra obligation in the way of rebuilding a whole village. I'm not quite sure that I'm financially ready for that, so we will have to be doing Rat's Attorney. That's one that I think I signed up for that. Either I signed up for it or I intended to sign up for it. So I think that's where we'll start today. Get a good little combat in. See if we can win the tournament. I won the last two that I've done. I think I won one on stream. Probably didn't, but hopefully this will be the first time I can. So we'll start with that, and then yeah, these are both the same thing anyways. So this is like a long-term objective, so I'm not really gonna bother with that all too much. This is in this Pribyslavitz thing, so that's also rebuilding, so I don't really feel like doing that, but I will kill this camp leader just to get some armor to sell so I can afford all of the expensive rebuilding that I'll have to do for my little hamlet in Pribyslavitz. There's a lot that I've done off camera on this save file that you guys just weren't there for, and I guess I just never thought to stream it before. I definitely thought about it, but I never decided to stream it before. I just I guess really didn't either didn't have the drive to or just kind of was distracted, so I didn't really bother. Let's see if I need some. But now I'm here. I'm ready to stream it for you guys. I'm trying to beat the main quest line before Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 comes out on February 4th. Because I'm really excited for that game. They've been doing a great job with all of the promotional materials and everything like that. And the first game has already been so good that,
what business have you?
you know, just playing the first game got me excited for the second game. So I'm really stoked for that to happen, and I really want to
enroll in the big tournament. All right.
Sir Hanish's rule is 3 score groschen.
Here you are. I'll write your name down, and I need to know what weapon.
What weapon do I choose? So I've been speccing into longsword. Most of the combos that I've unlocked through my skill tree are longsword. I've been getting a little bit better at axe and shield, short sword and shield. I haven't really done all that much with hunting sword either, warhammer either. But the good thing is I've unlocked master strikes, which allows me to parry if I block at just the right time. So that makes it a little bit easier to get a little bit of stab damage in there. I'm gonna go with old trusty though, longsword.
I reckon it's what I'm best at. Good. Get yourself ready. You're next in line. See you later.
By the way, if I'm skipping too much of the dialogue, it's in the probably gonna be in the session or the sections of the game that I've already done many times off camera. But if you guys would rather see that dialogue, just let me know and I can refrain from skipping it. But yeah, so I want to finish the main quest line before the second game comes out, because I want to be able to just go from this game to that one and then be able to come back if I want to, and vice versa. I just waited a long time to actually sort of see, like right there is the master strike. I get that perfect dodge or the perfect block, and then it allows me to do a little parry. I've also specced a lot into agility, so if you notice that the green shield shows up and instead of blocking it I just move out of the way, that's because my agility is good, or better than some of my other stats. Ooh, I should have. See, there we go with the master strikes. See, now I've also learned how to do feints, but I don't really remember how to do the feints. Nice. Least difficult longsword fight that I've done in this game so far.
The second bout will surely be no less exciting. This one may decide the winner. Our combatants will demonstrate their skills with short sword and shield.
So depending on how well I do, I'll potentially face 3 opponents. This first guy is supposed to be sort of like, oh wow. I think that's the quickest victory I've had in this game. Okay, so 1 of 3 down. If I win the tournament, I will get a piece of the Lords of Lipa armor set and 400 groschen, which is just like gold. It's the currency in medieval Bohemia, which is in the Holy Roman Empire, by the way, everyone. So we'll see how this goes, and the difficulty scales with each opponent. But I've started to get a little bit better at the combat. I mean, I've been playing the game for 60 hours at this point, so I really hoped that I would start to get better at the combat. But yeah. I really love the Master Strike feature. I feel like it's a cool way to sort of reward you for well, so the way that I unlocked it was by going to the village guard captain, and he kind of trained me. I'll give you guys a story recap up to this point once I'm done with this tournament. Holda of the Tower. Why don't we name ourselves like that now? Holda of the Tower. It'd be so awesome.
The second bout will surely be no less exciting.
Titles, lordship, all that stuff.
Our combatants will demonstrate their skills with short sword and shield.
It's interesting that both of these combatants chose the same weapon. See, like right there, he hit a master strike on me, and I missed my block right there, so I missed the opportunity right there. But effectively, the way that you get that master strike is by not only blocking, but you have to block at the right time and in the same direction that they're attacking you from. Which is why sometimes it might seem like I should get a master strike or something like that. A little shield will light up and whatever, but it'll just be like a perfect block. Which is always good, of course. You know, I'll never complain about staving off some damage, but just to kind of explain some of the things y'all might see. And it's very easy sometimes to get carried away with trying to get the strike, and then you just forget about the basics of the combat, really. Like right there. I didn't necessarily forget, I just kind of, you know. Nice. Alright, so that's 2 or 3. Very, very good starting value. Or starting record, I should say. And the cool thing about the tournaments in this game is that they happen once every week in game. So you can't just grind them like back to back for money and experience and all that stuff. But it also kind of incentivizes you to work on your combat as much as possible, like your skills, so that by the time the next tournament comes around, you'll be able to showcase to yourself how far you've come and like how much better you've gotten at the combat and whatever stuff like that. And it also really helps with immersion, because you just feel like you're actually moving up in the world like Henry. It's great. And if you guys will notice, I sort of have a habit of immediately trying to stab for some reason, even though it's one of the weakest forms of attacks in this game. And the sword that the long sword that I have, I don't know if these are like swords that are provided by the village, like the guards, or if they're actually our own personal weapons. Because if there are personal weapons, then my longsword is personally a lot better for slashing. And that's a cool thing about the weapons too, is that each weapon has a different play style. But even within those play styles, there are different focuses on different aspects of the combat, which is really cool. Like you can have a longsword that's better at piercing like that, or you can have one that's better like mine at slashing. And it really just kind of depends on the weapon and where you get it from and what you're spec'd into, all that kind of stuff. And you really get to choose the focus of what aspect of combat you want to focus on. I think it's really cool. And it's very janky for sure, but the combat is fun, and it feels about as realistic as I could hope for in a game like this. You know what I mean? Sometimes it can be disorienting, like the first person camera, if you get thrown around or parried or something like that. I'm sure you guys have noticed a couple blows where like I've blocked and then my view after that was just kind of up in the air and I couldn't really do anything. I've seen a lot of people on like the subreddit for this game complain about it, just because I understand that it can probably be frustrating in combat to have to deal with that. You just want to be able to focus on your opponent. But I think that it actually adds some realism in a way, because not every block means that you come away in a better position necessarily, right? Sometimes you have to block and give up an opening that you had or something like that. Or sometimes it takes more force to block than you think it will, so your vision gets knocked out, you know? Like I don't know, I think it's cool. I do definitely have some complaints with the combat. I love the system. I love the way, for the most part, that it works, but sometimes sometimes the RNG just isn't on your side, and the combat can be glitchy, which does make it, you know, frustrating, especially if you're fighting groups of enemies, because then that's really when all of the like all of the stuff with your vision being flown about or people running up on you, that's when it gets really frustrating. But at the same time, I understand, because they're trying to make it as realistic as possible. And if you got a group of people fighting you, you can really only go so far focusing on one of them. Like a big thing that they have the characters emphasize, and that the developers have emphasized specifically with the combat, is that the more you move in combat, the better off you're gonna be. And I find that that's really only true, at least for me in my experience playing the game, when I'm fighting groups of enemies. But if I'm fighting in a one-on-one duel like this, I'll do my movement. Obviously, I don't want to back myself into a corner or anything like that. But I find that standing still and letting them come to you can be pretty advantageous. But like I said, there are plenty of ways to play the game, a lot of different play styles, a lot of different aspects of combat to focus on. And I prefer the one-on-one duels. I don't really want to... I mean, I'd like to be able to take out a whole group if I need to. And I've gotten to the point now where I can pretty comfortably do that. Unless they're all super high-level enemies, it doesn't really bother me all that much. I've just gotten that far into the game where I've learned how to manage the groups a little bit better. And I think I win the tournament here. Yeah. Awesome. What a good way to start the stream.
The final duel in today's Ratai tourney, for which we all owe gratitude to Sahanash of Laipa. All glory to the victor, Henry of Skalitz, man-at-arms in the company of Sir Radzik Kobila. His prize will be given to him by our gracious Sahanash.
Oh yeah. By our gracious Sahanash. Nice. What a good start to the stream, everybody. We win a tournament. We're gonna get a new piece of armor. We're gonna get 400 groschen. I'm gonna be able to do some stuff in Pribyslavitz or just save up the groschen. It's gonna be great.
Here, Henry, your prize.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You've earned it. See you later.
You've earned it. His voice kind of gets on my nerves. He's a cool character, but you know. Okay, so let's check it out. We just got the Lords of Lipa Hound Skull. So the only drawback for me with the armor sets that they give you for winning the tournament is that I personally have spec'd into light armor. I can show you. Is it defense or no? It's stats. Yeah, so I've got Dodger, which lets me jump aside during combat. Light armor. If you're not wearing plate armor, it will be 50% easier for you to dodge strikes in combat. So, because I've chosen to focus right now, at least, on the agility aspect of combat, so the dodging, the speed of the attack, stuff like that, I've been speccing into agility, and all of my armor is classified as light armor. So if I put anything on that's not classified as light armor, then my buff that gives me 50% ease to dodge strikes goes away. So I'm not keen to do that really right now. I could absolutely, if I get this fast striker perk, then I could probably go for the heavier armor, because you have the balance of attacking 30% or faster, so I can get more swings for the stamina that I have. But like it says, also causes slightly less injury, so I will potentially have to be fighting for a little bit longer. So I could go with the armor at that point, but successful evasion during combat will lower your opponent's morale. Epic. But yeah, so I've been speccing into agility. I've been getting a lot of strength, I think, but just because the weapons that I use have good or strength requirements. I'm pretty sure minimum strength 10, minimum strength 10. Yeah, so these are both strength-based weapons, and they're my two main weapons. I just got this one actually for getting access to that one, what's it called? That Hamlet Pribyslavitz, which I guess leads me into a little recap of everything that I've done so far in the game. Quick spoiler warning for anyone who's watching this now or in the future that wants to play the game for themselves and doesn't want to really find out too much about the main plot aside from what I do during the stream. But basically, a general overview is that you play as Henry of Skalitz, which is a small village in medieval Bohemia, which is in the Czechoslovakian territory, in the Holy Roman Empire. The game takes place in the year 1403, and at the start of the game, so Henry is a blacksmith's son, and at the start of the game, you help your dad create a sword for one Sir Radzig Kobyla, who is a liege lord in this area of Bohemia, and he comes to collect the sword. And then after that, your village is raided by the forces of King Sigismund of Hungary, and essentially the reason he's raiding is that the kingdom of, well, the Holy Roman Empire is basically at civil war right now. In a sense, so the context that the game gives you, I don't know why I didn't start here, but the context that the game gives you in the opening is that the Holy Roman Empire had a emperor named King Charles IV that everyone loved. He was awesome, took really good care of his subjects, made sure that he managed the empire really well, all that kind of stuff. And when he died, his son Wenceslas took over. But Wenceslas was more interested in the carnal pleasures of life, drinking, gambling, women, all that kind of stuff. So he kind of let the empire start to decline. And his half-brother, Sigismund of Hungary, became really frustrated with that and thought that he would do a better job ruling. So basically, he pays to enlist the services of the Cumans, which are just like a different culture of the Eurasian area at this point in time. And essentially they are barbarians, quote unquote, or at least that's how the people of the game refer to it. Obviously it's from the perspective of the citizens of the Holy Roman Empire, the Czechoslovakian people. So they call them barbarians, but basically they're just mercenaries, and Sigismund is using them to sort of stake his claim to the Holy Roman Empire. He ends up kidnapping Wenceslas and throwing the whole empire sort of into this discordant state of being. But there are a lot of liege lords, which are, you know, when you think of the medieval period, lords and knights and all that kind of stuff, whoever lives in the castles and all that stuff, they're not technically kings, but they're in fealty to the king, you know, so they pay him taxes and everything like that in terms of, and in return for protection and safekeeping and, you know, just all the general things that a ruler is meant to do. And so basically they're still loyal to Wenceslas in spite of his faults, because they, you know, want things to go about in the proper, and it's funny to say it, but democratic order. You know, Wenceslas is the heir of Charles IV. He was stated to be given the kingdom, all that kind of stuff, you know, line of succession. Obviously, back in the medieval period, if someone felt they had a stake to the claim, they were going to take it. It didn't really matter how they got it, they just wanted it. That kind of thing. So, essentially, Sigismund thinks he'll do a better job, so he enlists these humans as mercenaries, and then ends up sort of raiding and pillaging throughout the empire. And a lot of the liege lords are still allied to Wenceslas, or still support Wenceslas, such as Sir Radzig Kobyla, who is the liege lord of the town that Henry is from, which is Skalitz. It was a silver mining town. And so shortly after Radzig arrives to get the sword that we made for him, Sigismund raids with his army of mercenaries, and Sigismund raids with his army of mercenaries and ends up killing both of Henry's parents as well as most of the village there. Henry is able to escape and get to the village of Tomberg, where he sort of rests and recovers for a little while, but eventually he gets restless and decides that he wants to go back to Skalitz to try and bury his parents. So eventually you go back to Skalitz, and once you get there, you're accosted by bandits. First you have to stop someone from there was like a kid from the village that was raiding the houses and everything like that, just kind of like scavenging after the pillaging and everything like that. And so you go to Skalitz and you see this guy, and Henry gets really upset. So, you know, you have to you get into a fist fight with him, and then he ends up coming back with a whole group of bandits. They're all, you know, pretty powerful, and at that point in the game you don't really have the skills or the weapons necessary to be able to sort of take them all on. And so oh crap, I'm pretty bad at archery in this game, you guys will find out, but oh nice, that was a hit. I'm also trying to get my my bow levels up. Oh nice. That might be, I think, the best. Oh. Oh no.
I surrender. Have mercy on
Oh, you're so lucky I was about to kill you.
Not going anywhere armed. Leave your weapon on the ground and get lost.
So be it.
Anyways, he comes back with this like group of bandits. They end up almost killing you, but the army from Tomberg ends up coming to save you because of a girl from the village that a girl from Skalitz that you knew growing up, who found out about what you were doing and basically told the Talmberg army, and so they end up going out there and saving you just in the nick of time. And the whole rest of the game is basically sorry. Ash hunting compared to pawns. Oh wow. See, because I want to use Lord Capon's bow, but I don't want to put myself at a disadvantage. Anyways, you get saved like right in the nick of time, and you end up. Oh, bandit leader spurs. That's what I need. So here's the thing about all these, like, the values for this armor and everything like that. You don't actually get the full value. I have it, so I'm basically as close as I'll possibly get to the full value. Just because I've built up a good reputation with the people that I sell to. But anyways, so after all that stuff happens in Skalitz, you go back to Talmberg, and it's decided that you'll work in the service of Sir Radzig, and then from then on, don't forget the leader spur. Got that. Correct? Should. Spur. Golden spurs. All bandit leaders. Eventually, I'd like to do all of these treasure maps as well. Yeah. What was I gonna say? I gotta get a better maintenance. Or I gotta get a better armoring kit, and then I'll be able to do that. Eventually, you are put into the service of Sir Radzig, and then you decide to, or not, you don't decide to. A small village above Ratai, which is where Sir Radzig is currently stationed because Skalitz was raided. A small village above Ratai called Neuhof is raided, and a couple of villagers are killed, and it's a bad situation. And so Sir Radzig sends you to figure out what happened. Well, you go and you end up figuring out, who did the killing, and
Hey, greetings.
gotta get my winnings.
I've come for my winnings.
All right, here's your winnings. Damn it. There'll be another tourney in a week or so. Are you going to give me a chance to win my groschen back?
We'll see. Thanks.
Oh, I should say, so this is a girl that saves you. Her name's Teresa. You can end up courting her, which I did. So she's technically my girlfriend, my girlfriend. But Miller Peshek is her uncle, and they ended up nursing you back to health, and you sort of have this weird mentor-pupil relationship with Peshek. He's kind of a scummy guy, though. He's a thief, and apparently all of the Millers are. It's like a running thing in the game. that all of the millers will give you some like unsavory side quest tasks and stuff like that. But essentially, so Neuhof gets raided, you go and you figure out what happened, and then you track the bandits from Neuhof back to this place called Pribyslavitz, which is used to be an old hamlet or village, and that was raided a long time ago before the events of the game take place. And so you have to liberate Pribyslavitz. And so recently that's what I did. And then after liberating Pribyslavitz, you find a whole bunch of counterfeit groschen that have been made. And right now in the game, the quests that I'm doing are, you know, all the lords that are allied to King Wenceslas instead of Sigismund are trying to figure out where all of these counterfeit groschen came from, who's paying these bandits to do all the raids on the villages that support Wenceslas and all that kind of stuff. There's also a side plot to there's also a side plot for what's it called? The man responsible for killing your parents and stealing Radzig's sword, because they also took his sword. And so Henry has this personal goal of getting revenge on the guy. His name is Markart von Aulitz. He's a German mercenary. And he ended up taking the sword that you and your dad made for Sir Radzig. So Henry has that secondary goal, and it all kind of ties together. But essentially, the whole point of the game is to experience from the perspective of, you know, the lowest class in society as a peasant, working your way up through the ranks, you know, becoming employed by these liege lords, getting the training to be able to fight the bandits and get all the information that you need to get for them, all that kind of stuff. And doing the recap, I realized that I haven't really gotten too far in the main quest line compared to
Let's
see.
where I probably should be with 60 plus hours in the game. But I've really been kind of taking my time.
Where's the proof?
Where's the proof?
Here it is.
Oh, that is a nice bit of news. I've heard about another encampment. It seems it's somewhere near the stream that flows down from Neuhof.
All right, I'll take a look around.
Before we go and do that though, or I don't know about before, I should probably go do that, and then we can head to, it depends on how much storage my horse has. A little bit over, so like 86 pounds. I've got like 60 plus hours in the game, but I've really been taking my time with side quests and leveling up all of Henry's skills and everything like that, and I've really been enjoying it. But there have been long stretches of time that I haven't played the game, and it's kind of biting me in the butt right now, because I want to finish by the 4th, but I also don't want to rush myself and not enjoy the process. I feel like I'm missing out on side content and stuff like that. So I'm trying to do like a delicate balancing act, and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's the recap for now. I'm sorry for rambling. I just kind of wanted to make sure that I tell the whole story. If my wife heard that, she'd be like, "You talk too much. Just tell them what they need to know." But yeah, so that's the basic story. So this next sort of quest line, plot line that I'm getting into is trying to find out where the counterfeit groschen came from. So I just wrapped up either last stream or off screen after the last stream, I wrapped up a quest where I interacted with a foreign knight. I don't know exactly who I don't remember his name. It's some German name, but but I found out that he was also in opposition to Sigismund. So he's sort of like an ally right now. It's kind of like common enemies sort of thing. Hey, hey, hey.
But
Oh, Sakra.
They're hurting my dog, man. Great. I didn't even realize. I thought he was just whimpering. That's unfortunate. So yeah, you've got a dog. His name is Mutt. He's cool. If he gets... Is this guy stupid? If he gets too, takes too much damage in combat, then he'll run off and you won't be able to call him for a little while. Used to be it would lose me standing with him, but because I've progressed my Houndmaster perk so far, it doesn't really affect me all that much. I should keep that shield out just in case I want to use the mace. Better long distance. Hunting arrows, long distance arrows. Piercing, ordinary. I don't really need the ordinary ones. Weight management. The worst part of any good RPG is inventory management. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
we'll see Mud again later, but anyways, so the next main quest that I have is actually to go and figure out where the materials for the counterfeit Groschen are coming from, and it's in this area of Sasau in this monastery. Before I ran into that other night, there was a bandit from... So we liberate Pribyslavitz, and then the people in charge of the bandits that gave them all that counterfeit money sent them to raid, what town was it? Not Neuhof. Merhoyed, which is where we had been camped up to go and raid Pribyslavitz up here. And so, after we raided Pribyslavitz, the survivors from the raid, all the bandits came and raided Merhoyed, but the villagers fought them off. One of the bandits survived, but a plague struck the village, so I had to cure the plague, and then I was able to interrogate the bandit, and he told us about the guy who was delivering the groschen, or the money. And so I go to the meeting place where he was supposed to meet them, the contact who gave him all the money, and that's where that foreign knight, what's his name, Ulrich, was, and he had taken out the caravan that was this merchant. I can't remember what his name was, but this merchant that we were supposed to be meeting up with to try and capture and then figure out, where he was getting the money from, who was in charge, all that kind of stuff. But the bandit told us that they had gotten it from someone in Sasau. So now we're going to go to Sasau and sort of investigate and see if we can't find where the materials for the counterfeit groschen came from. And because I've done the prerequisite tasks, I can speak with Ulrich beforehand and he might be able to help me out. So yeah, you guys are pretty much caught up with everything y'all need to know about my playthrough and the quest line leading up to this. but go ahead and get my better long distance arrows out again. See if I can't get another nice, clean bow kill. Oh, I missed. Ooh, and there's a lot. There's a lot this time. Oh, yeah. Look how quick he was. My goodness. He's ready to fight. Get him. So this is one of those situations where it's probably best to have keep on moving just because there's so many of them. The good thing is the weapon that I have is good for duels, and if I can move enough, then I can isolate those duels. And the weapon I have is also good enough to, you know, the master strikes, if I manage to get them off, can actually do a good bit of damage. So there we go. Oh, that was the leader. Cool. So here we go, another master strike. Perfect. So yeah, maybe mercy kill him. I hope there's not an archer and he's just gonna ping me. Oh, okay, I knew it. I thought I heard a bowstring. Oh, there's two of them. Did he direct impact me? Loser.
Stop, hear me?
Ooh, you're lucky. Ooh,
You're not.
you're lucky. But yeah, I'm paying to, or not paying. I'm playing a good playthrough because anytime I play a game like this, I always try and do a good playthrough first. Just because I really don't like doing bad playthroughs. I feel like to me, they're kind of boring. And I also feel feel bad, but let's see if I can get some stuff to sell. I would say the only downside in trying to sell all this stuff that you get from doing these raids is that you have to pay to repair them. If your level's high enough, you can repair them yourself. It's just a bit of a tedious minigame, which I don't actually mind doing. Especially because it helps you get your level up. You had some stuff that I could sell. Not really, nothing worth too much. See if they had a chest down here that we could.
Mother, what have we got here?
Okay, yeah, let's do a little unarmed combat.
Great. Huh. Had enough?
You haven't even attacked me, man. Yeah, so unarmed combat is another part of the game. Oh my goodness. Poor guy. Just need him in the head like 4 times. Gonna have some brain damage after this. That's fine. I'll take care of it. Right after saying that I wanted to do a good playthrough, you know. But it wouldn't let me talk to him, so I think I get some freeway or leeway. Ooh. See if I can get a little bit. Oh, he's dead? He was just walking. Guess maybe I hit him with an arrow or something. Didn't think I did.
What's going on?
See if I can
What's that?
get this guy.
Hey, who's there?
Oh yeah. Nice, good job, Mutt. So Mutt's back, guys.
That's a good boy.
We got him back. He's doing all right.
That's my boy.
That's my boy. He's a good dog.
Look what I've got. You'll love this.
Give him some food. Dried boar meat. There you go. Did it drop? Are you gonna eat it? Oh. I'll give it to you on some level ground. That way it doesn't fall. Where's this guy? Arp, arp, arp. What's up, man? Better hunting arrows, better piercing arrows. Piercing arrows. Please. There's not much to sell, to be honest. I don't know the best place to sell all of the goblets and everything. I've got quite a few goblets though, so we'll see how that goes. All right, so it looks like this camp has been secured. Let's go up here and make sure that we get all the loot we can. Sometimes they got some crazy good stuff in these chests. Mercenary's bedfellow, I'll take that. Order. All this stuff I don't really care for too much. Most of the armor that gets you. So we've reached that point where my horse is unable to carry. I'm gonna have to start making sacrifices. Does my horse have any? Okay. And I will give it all of these hunting arrows. Okay, we'll take it. I will then give it these piercing arrows. A few more pounds. How about these wounding? Long distance? I would have to split them up, I guess. And I guess I'm gonna have to drop something. Oh, these bows that I forgot to. Yeah, I've got some stuff in here I was gonna sell that I forgot to sell. But sword, shield decorated. I will sell this, or I'll drop this. I don't really need it. I have these hats. I don't wear them. I'll probably sell them. I'm still overloaded. Perfect. Let's see how much. I cleared up like 10 pounds. I'll put my bailiff's mace in there. I just need to remember not to sell that. Poison. Oh, there's a wine skin. I don't have any poison, but I did use poison for Pribyslavins. This guy is dead. Everything I wanted from him. Okay. That's not. By the way, I'm sorry if you guys can hear me breathing. Every time I listen back to a recording or a stream, I can hear myself mouth breathing. I am really sorry about that. I'm trying to work on it. I don't know how I'm doing, but I am also a little bit stuffy right now, so if you'll forgive me, I think that's part of the reason. If anyone's in chat, let me know how you're doing, if you're enjoying the stream. If you have any questions, concerns, anything like that, feel free to let me know. If you guys are enjoying, share this with your friends, tell them about the channel. I'm not super consistent, but I do want to try and be more consistent for 2025. You know, one of my New Year's resolutions is just to, in general, improve myself, better myself. And one of the ways I want to do that is by trying to stick to the convictions that I have. One of those is streaming, content creation, something like that. I've been wanting to try and give it a good, honest college try for a little while. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I do throughout this journey, let your friends know. Tell them to keep an eye as well. And I'd love to have you guys at the streams.
I've taken care of the camp.
Where's the proof?
Here it is.
Good work. And that's not all. There's some trouble on the road to Sasau. There's most likely another camp thereabouts.
Okay.
Understood.
Perfect. I can actually...
I have some trophies.
Let's see. Bastards deserved it.
Perfect. Okay, let me go in here. Wow, look at that. Look how many I have. Oh my goodness. If I equip them... It doesn't alleviate any weight. But I will have arrows, which is good. I like that I used half a bandage to heal my bleeding one time. I do also have a personal chest that works sort of like an ender chest for all of these places on the map that have this little bed icon are places that I can sleep to save. So there's one at the Miller's house. There's one in the lower castle at Ratai. I believe there's one at Pribyslavitz. I know there's one at Tomberg because I helped them out a lot. So I've got a good reputation with them. There's one at Pribyslavitz, yeah, where I'm the camp master. And then I think nothing at Skalitz because it's burned to the ground, of course. But yeah, there are also inns and taverns and stuff where you can get what are they called? Where you can get a room for the night, or you can pay for a few nights, all that kind of stuff. So while we're on the way, I guess all of these smoke plumes are probably like bandit camps, huh? Something like that. Or maybe like woodcutters camps too. Anyways, while we're on the way to Sasau, we'll take care of this bandit camp, and then once we get there, we'll actually do some main quest stuff. I could stand to do the main quest a little bit more frequently. I just spend a lot of time between chunks of main quest doing a whole bunch of side quests and side activities and stuff like that. And there is a difference. There are side quests and activities. Activities are small, more everyday tasks that you can kind of do over and over to get some experience and some money. Not in huge amounts, but enough to where it is worth doing, but not super worth grinding. Whereas side quests are each unique quest lines and plots and stuff like that. But
Goodbye.
I will do that. And then do I have any?
God be with you.
Let me check first. Do I have any shoes that I need to sell? Not really. Let's see in my horse's inventory. I tend not to pick up the shoes just because they don't sell for very much. So I don't actually need to be at the cobbler. Lucky me. I think I've only gone in the cobbler's shop like once or twice in all my time playing this game. That's a bit of hyperbole. I've definitely gone like 4 times, but that's really probably it. I spend most of my time at armories and blacksmiths.
God's blessing. What can I do for you?
Nothing. Where's your master? Yes.
God be with you.
Yes. About repairs. Repair all this stuff. relatively cheap.
Goodbye.
Now let's talk trade, gentle sir. Golden spurs. No, I'm not giving you those. Weapons. I've got to move him over for my horse. Did I want to keep this one? I think I did. So I will sell this. I'll keep the page's sword. We'll sell the robber's sword. And I don't know where the best... I don't know where the best place to sell anything else is, really. Not anything. Actually, that might be a good point. Let me go to the swordsmith and the armorer down here, because I actually have them. So the blacksmith is sort of just in general. Will do armor and weapons, but not the greatest price. The blacksmith and the swordsmith and the armorer, I've got pretty good reputations with, so I'm probably just gonna go down here and take care of that. I don't know exactly what the blacksmith, like the focus with the blacksmith is. Gotta look on the wiki or something like that.
Yeah.
By the way, my horse's name is Pegasus, which I thought was pretty cool. Makes me feel like Bellerophon. It's a deep cut, by the way, everybody. You figure out.
Watch where you're going, you lout. You nearly killed me.
I didn't. You barely touched. Be quiet, bud.
Wait here for me.
Oh,
Stay.
don't groan like that. Yeah, you'll be alright. Armorer, my good fellow. I am back once more. I am once again asking for your financial support. No, I don't like this stuff. I'm keeping those. I earned them fair and square. Ooh, so much stuff to sell. It's probably all going to be pretty expensive. Alright, I must be massively overloaded.
God grant you health. How may I help you?
I would like to trade. Oh wait, need repairs first. Let's see what this repair cost is going to be, guys. It's going to be crazy. Watch this. Ooh. Ooh, I don't know what the return on investment for that's going to be like, to be honest. Maybe, hold on, let me see if I can game the system a little bit. Try this. I know he will sell small armorer's kit. No, okay. How many? Those are 256. I'll buy 3 of those. Ugh. Oh, that hurts. 2 damaged. What was the point then? Oh, I need to read. I need to read better. Okay, how about this? I'll just repair the ones. 132. 32. Let's see how low I can get this.
All right, so
I've made a misstep. Oh, I've made a real misstep.
Satisfied?
you're a right pinch purse.
Oh, no, no. No, and I lost reputation. Ah, crap. Let's see how much I can sell some of this stuff.
God be with you.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention really. Okay, so Hans Gold Kettle Hat, Albert, Aldrin, need those. Man, I'm just gonna sell it.
God be with you.
Okay, so that brought my oh, nice. That's my reps up. Nice. Well, that's pretty unfortunate. But not too bad, all things considered. Walked away with 3,000 more. It wouldn't have been worth it to repair them all, I don't think. If I'm just being 100% honest, I don't think the boost would have given me like I don't think I would have gotten
What can I do for you?
all that much. Not repairs. Let's see. See this? That's much more reasonable. Thank you for not being insane. I've already gotten everything from the horse, correct? Wow, look at all that space now. Fashionable black hose, green nobleman's hose. I will sell the nobleman's hose. Knight spurs I'll have to sell at. I'll keep the green hat. And I have 4 silver rings. I will sell them. And I think I can go to the archer and sell as well. See, this is the man who knows the value of things. Who knows what his customers want. Take notes, armorer. Armorer. Let's see if I have a blacksmith's kit. I do, but it will not help. 2 damage to repair with this kit.
Henry, I'm glad you came.
Oh, is that you, man? Oh.
I'm honored that a knight such as you takes an interest
A
in me.
knight?
See you later.
Yeah, so reputation plays a big part in this game. The way that you dress, the way that you talk to people, the way that you act, everything is observed, quote unquote. And let's see how much this is. 170. See? This is all right. So this will be worth it. If it's not worth it, I will gladly eat my swords or my swords. Eat my words here. See, that is a decent investment. I can get behind that. Now let me get all the weapons. Oh, never mind. I already have. I'm a loser. Does he sell bows as well? Because if he sells bows, then I'll sell him the bows. I don't think he does. He does, however, sell shields. Which I do have some of those. Never mind, those are both shields. Or all three shields. No. Well, thank you, Master Swordsmith. I was saying something. Oh yeah, your reputation, the way you carry yourself, all that kind of stuff, has an impact on the way that people interact with you and perceive you, and their willingness to do things for you or with you, and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty cool. It doesn't affect you as much in the first game as I think they initially designed it to or wanted it to, but it does it does seem like with all the stuff that they've been coming out with in the second game, it does seem like it'll have a lot more to do in the second game. Like it'll affect you a lot more. Are those stolen? Did I steal those? I don't know why is it red? Oh, 'cause he's poor. Oh, my bad. Brokey. All right, let me see if I can sell to the archer. I don't want to run all that way, so I'm gonna get Pegasus. I was like, I looted those. I didn't steal them from anywhere. So. I'm glad it wasn't a notoriety. Let's see. Can I buy things from you?
God save you, good night. What can I do for you?
Let's talk trade. There we go. Yeah, I'll take that. And then how wealthy are you? 523. I might be able to pull this off here. Depends on how much he's given us. You know? Let's talk trade, sell weapons. Ah, I can't buy bows from you or sell bows to you. That's unfortunate. I'll sell all these because I don't really need them. I mean, that's not too bad, all things considered. Well, it's crazy that all those bows in my inventory don't weigh all that much. Now I've got an ability book I can read. So you can find or buy these ability books, these skill books, and they'll help you either gain a level or progress your level depending on how far in the game you are or how far along you are with the skill. I've got a lot of skills pretty high. There's some stuff that I just haven't really cared to do. Maintenance, I only recently started leveling. Reading, I do a good job. Stealth, I don't really care all that much for. I am kind of leveling it up. Pickpocketing and picking, I'm trying to work on those a little bit as well. Hunting too. Houndmaster, I've got pretty good. Horsemanship, you know, I'm on the horse the whole, like all the time, so that matters. Herbalism is cool. It's got some good benefits, but it's not really something I'm focusing on, I would say. Drinking, a lot of people like swear by the drinking skill tree. I just don't really care all that much to do it. I don't want to be, I feel like it'll negatively affect like reputation and stuff like that. And I do care about that stuff, so I don't really feel like going too far into the the drunk skill tree. But here we are in the stats menu, the perks menu, everything like that. So I'm actually going to be able to level up a couple of things for you guys. Vitality we have a point in, and then I think it was Axe. I thought we had defense as well, but we just leveled that up. So we'll start with vitality. I'll get the info out so we can tell what each of them does. Balanced diet. If you don't either overeat or go hungry for 5 consecutive days, you get a +1 bonus on vitality and agility. That's not bad. It's a little bit of incremental assistance. Only problem for me with that is that I just don't want to tediously monitor all of my eating. I mean, I guess I could. It wouldn't be a huge problem. You can dispel hunger with anything. You won't suffer from eating poisoned or spoiled food, but neither will you have any positive effect from it. It does not apply to alcohol. That could actually be pretty good, because a lot of the time when I buy food, it just sits in my inventory until it rots, and then I just end up eating from pots, like stews that people have made. Berserk, as soon as your health falls to a minimum, you go berserk and your stamina regenerates 4 times faster. That'll be good. Because I do fall to a minimum semi-frequently. Your health will regenerate gradually, does not apply during combat. That could be pretty good. I'll do that one. I don't know why I haven't done that one. I've been meaning to. These, so for the weapons specifically, a lot of the time, whenever you level up or you get a perk point, I say most of, but it's all different kinds of combos that you can do in combat to sort of get an edge on your opponent. Obviously, I'm the most into sword. I am kind of having trouble figuring out like when to actually apply these. Because it's got this little description here, and it says, following a feint from the right, you run through the opponent's defense and strike him with the pommel of the sword. I don't know if I actually have to use this description to be like, okay, so they just feinted from the right, or I feint from the right, and then I do this or whatever. So I don't know if you actually have to have the exact right conditions for the strike, or if you can just do it and have it work. I'm really not sure, but hopefully I figure it out. So let's see. The third wonder of sword fighting is the schnitt, or cut, which doesn't defeat the opponent but makes it difficult for him to continue fighting. After several feints, slash unexpectedly at the opponent's forearm. So slash, 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 slash. I'll probably do that. I need to remember how to feint. I don't know how to. I don't remember how to do that. Okay. Blunt strike. Stab, slash, slash. Instead of a started strike from the right, strike unexpectedly at your opponent's face. Turn your weapon around his. Strike him quickly with a blunt end. If you have a shield, use its edge for strike. I will do this one because I do a lot of the poking, a lot of the jabbing, stabbing. And I'll also save the game. This is one of those games where you can only save at certain intervals, so you want to make sure to try and get these potions that I have. The savior schnapps. Because you can only save outside of sleeping or completing quests, like major quests, or completing quest lines, I guess. You can only save outside of those two things with these savior schnapps. And they're pretty expensive at vendors. They're like $2.50 each. You can find them out in the world. You just, most of the time you have to steal them. So just keep that in mind. I don't know who I would sell these goblets to that I have. Or did I already sell them? I didn't. There's another trader down here. I think it's one of the stalls. We'll see if the trader see, there we go. We'll see if the trader has a little bit more money. Money. If not, then we can sell some to the trader and then some to the other trader.
I serve you? Goodbye.
I didn't know I was viewed as a knight. This is news to me. I really appreciate that. So let's do this. This. And this. And this. Ooh. I will take the gold cross back. And I'll sell that to this other trader. I don't know where I got this cross from. I think I picked it up off of a guy. But as much money as I can. Okay. Now, practically a clean slate, guys. Got plenty of inventory space. Got plenty of incentive. Let's go kill some freaking bandits, dude.
Yeah.
Let's go do it. Let's go do that. And then after that, we'll go to Sasau to do the actual main quest line.
Yeah.
Which I am excited to do. I think part of me always fears following the main quest line because I don't want to steamroll it and finish the experience of playing the game before I'm personally ready to give up the experience of playing the game. Especially if it's one like this that I just love so dearly. I genuinely think this might be my favorite game of all time. At this point, the amount of love that I have for it, the enjoyment that I have when I play it, the story, the characters, the development team, the way that they treat the game, and the fans of the game. I don't know. Everything about it I really enjoy. The music is great, the gameplay is great, the design is great. This game came out in 2018 and it still looks amazing. But also stylized. It's not super hyper, like, it's not hyper photorealistic to where it looks like I'm watching a movie or anything like that. And there's plenty of interactivity. There are still plenty of cutscenes, plenty of story beats, all that kind of stuff. The writing is really good. Plus, it's historically accurate. Sorry, guys. It's historically accurate, and I really like history. It's a hobby of mine. I mean, I guess you could call it a hobby. It's just an interest that I have. I don't know if I would call it a hobby. That sounds pretentious. Yeah, like, oh, I like history. But I do enjoy learning about history and cultures throughout history. The medieval period has always specifically called to me a little bit. I just think it's such a fascinating time in human development, I guess you could say. I just really like it. Plus, I'm a big fantasy guy, and a lot of fantasy is rooted in like medieval social I don't know what I'm saying. A lot of fantasy is medieval in its roots. Yes, I just shot a dog. I'm sorry if that makes anyone upset. Ooh, shot that guy in the balls. Yeah, yeah, take that. Take that. Let me see what I got. Yeah, I'll use my longsword again. Why not? So that was a lock or a clinch, you could call it. Oh, okay. See, so I just did one of the combos. Let's see if I can do it again. So you actually have to hit them to do the combos. But oh, doy. Where is this guy? Oh, where's he going? You think I can hit him from here? Oh, just a little high. Oh, maybe I could do it. Might be wishful thinking. Did I hit him? Oh my god! Dude! What was I saying about being bad at this earlier? Oh my goodness. Sorry for that laugh, guys. That wasn't very proper of me. Wow. I think that's the best bow shot that I've hit the whole time playing this game. Seriously, that was awesome. Don't worry about that. I'm glad that it cooked those all individually or all at once, because normally they make you do it individually, which I really didn't want to have to deal with. But where is my... Hey, bud. Oh. See, now I'm stuffed.
Look what
Great.
I've got for you. You'll love
Wish I
this.
could make myself throw up. That's a bad habit, guys. Don't do that. Some dog. Oh. I should have thought about that before He likes it, I guess. You little freak. Little cannibal. I love the idea of like chopping their ears off so I can get a couple coins. Great. I realize how sort of psychotic that probably sounds, but it's just a funny idea to me. There we go. This is the big boy stuff, guys. Gotta start building up my collection again. Lord knows if I go poor, I'll never hear the end of it. So. Merchant sword, that'll be nice. Sometimes these bandits have like full on have weapons and stuff that I'm about to commit a war crime. It's alright, guys. Geneva doesn't exist yet. And if it does, it's in feudal stages. Okay. Small blacksmith's kit. Don't mind if I do. I don't really care much about other stuff. How does the... actually, let's do a little drip experiment here. Let's see how the black hood looks. I prefer being able to see the sleeves. So... Although I probably could keep this for to sell it. Got a pretty good value. And I have a pretty good relationship with the tailor. Well, I don't know. Let me do a quick Google search here, guys. I'll figure out where to sell bows. KCD. Go to a huntsman. Okay. Perfect. I can do that. There's one in Sasau. I believe there's one in Sasau. Should be one. There's not a huntsman. There's a tanner though. I've got a few pelts that I can sell. And then once I head back to Ratai, which I'm sure I'll have to do, and sell to the huntsman. Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Successful slaughtering of a whole camp. Ooh. Sometimes it won't let me pick the very hard locks. I don't know why. You're taking the piss, are you? Taking the piss, bro. Okay. Pegasus. I need to get a new caparison for you. The caparison is the little like skirt that I have on the horse. Or actually, you know what? You know what I'll do is I'll just fast travel to Ratai. Since this is gonna be an ambush, which will be fine. I'll kill them and take their armor.
Your money or your life?
Ooh.
Hand over all your coin.
Hmm. Wow, my stats are so much better.
The only reason you're not dead yet is I'm too kind-hearted. But now I'm starting to think my finer feelings are wasted on the likes of you.
Come now, it was just a bit of horseplay. Friendly like. A prank is all. So we'll take our leave and be on our way. God be with you.
Are they gonna run off or are they gonna walk off? I'm gonna save right here. Oh, I'm gonna have to go back through it. Clear those out. I'm gonna save right here and then attack them. Like the good old-fashioned good Henry that I am. Yeah, so it was a good idea to save. So the real danger of fighting in a group like this is that you can't see all of them at the same time, which is why the movement is so important. And I hope that these gentlemen, oh, see, so it was a good idea for me to save. And there you guys go. You got to see me do poorly in combat. That's about my average performance. What the hell are they doing? Oh! You motherfuckers! Wow. This is already going much better. Hey, hey! Alright. Mutt, you take care of him. Ooh. And then I will take care of this guy. Now, one annoying thing about Mutt is that sometimes in combat, Mutt, take care of this bitch. Is that sometimes in combat,
Way off.
all right. Ah.
Just what I wanted to vent my rage on.
Sometimes in combat, Mutt will get in the way and legitimately cause me to attack him. I thought that you guys were dead. I was much more proud of myself, and Should have been. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. And if hop off of me. That sounded like Fritz. Brother, get away. Get away, please. See, so this is the struggle of fighting in a group. I'm glad I saved, because if they were just gonna attack me anyways, then really there was no point in not just killing them immediately. But yeah, don't do that for those. I will go ahead and get not my page's sword. I'll get my bailiff's mace back out. And then also my shield. Yeah, I have my shield. Yeah. Get my shield out. I'll equip those two, and then I'll go pee, and then I'll come back and whoop these guys' butts. Okay. All right. I'm back. Took a pee, got some water. Doing good. So, we'll see how this goes.
You're dead.
Notice how they all just immediately started attack. Ow. And there's still a dog. Mutt, would you do something? Their dog is doing something. Very clearly their dog is doing something. And I'm man. Ah! Mutt. Do something. This guy. Oh. Of course there's an archer. 'Cause why not? Mutt! Kill this dog.
Bring it on.
Oh my goodness. Okay. That's one dead. Capitalize. There's an archer somewhere. Mutt, come attack him. Mutt! Please, Mutt. Mutt, what are you doing?
I'm going to enjoy this.
You know what? Oh my goodness. Wow. I was lucky. Mutt, please. Okay. Alright. Oh my goodness.
What's going? Hey!
Thought I was letting you get away, dude? Okay. As you can see, I'm very good at the game. And now, magically, Aqua Vitalis. Liquid bread, satisfying drink, fills the belly. Ooh. I have to remember that I actually have potions that'll help me out. Drink this Lazarus potion. I'll get my health back. I'll pick this up, this up, this up, this up. Brigandine. Yes. This is all good stuff. Mostly. I'll leave some of this other stuff alone. But alright, goodness. See, that's a nice, good weapon right there. Put you away. Put you away, put you away, go away, go away. Yes, be with the horse. And I'm already... The horse is already loaded up. Metal plated battle axe? That's a thing? Yeah, I'll be keeping that for myself, actually. Nice. See, these were some high quality gentlemen here. Of course, not personality wise. They were pretty bad personality wise, but everything else. See, this is good because I'll get some maintenance levels from this. Tailor's kit. Got 2 of those. Did I use? I used all my blacksmith's kits. I really should be doing these treasure maps. I don't know. All the other ones that I have are in my personal chest. This is a hunting toolbook. Okay. Let's see. I know I'm not going to be able to put most of this stuff in the horse. Unless I'm stupid. Cool. Alright then. Ah. You stupid. Oh yeah. You're absolutely insane if you think I'm not taking all this stuff. I don't even care. I'll fast travel right back to Ratai as well. I do not care. Don't care. Still don't care. If I gotta sell this stuff right now, I will. I'll do it right now. I don't care. I just couldn't care less. Stinger, see, another good weapon. Little heavy shield. Screw it. Why not? Pick up both of them. Who cares? Who even cares? I could sell these to the Sasau folks. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll sell it to the Sasau. I'm cool. 2 overloaded. Oh, I forgot about that. Well, on foot it is then. Wow. Those guys sure picked the one guy to mess with, didn't they, guys? Didn't they, chap? That was good. If I'm being realistic, no, I'll attribute that to skill. Why not? I deserve it. I did a good job. I think so anyways. And now, I'm about to go and sell all this stuff and reap the benefits of my... I just sowed destruction, and now I will reap greed. Tried to be all poetic with that, but it was a little bit forced. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream. Let me know in the chat how y'all are doing. Cottage over there. Probably a place of interest. One thing that I get pretty sad about, like the further on into a game that you get, is real quick. Let me get rid of all. Oh, nope. Let me get rid of this. All these yellow ones, because as long as they're up, I'm not actually able to just to do the, you know what it's called. I'm not able to do the Savior Schnapp, because I think it's like 10 of them. All that glisters. That one was a quest start. Good. I wonder if maybe I should have left some of them so that, I don't know. Anyways, the further into an RPG you get, the more of the map you experience, the more familiar you get with it, the more common it becomes to fast travel, which isn't I don't think it's a bad thing. I think overall fast travel is one of the most helpful things that you could possibly imagine, specifically for a video game. But I also feel like there's a lot of hard work and time that goes into these games, and a lot of the environments are just so gorgeous. So I feel pretty bad about
that you should come to me.
fast traveling sometimes, just because. Oh, interesting.
God be with you.
Forgot I could do that. Axe, sword. I will sell you Stinger. He's got a good amount of wealth. Well. Do I want Piercer? No, I'll sell them.
Farewell.
Okay, I'll sell.
Good luck
I
there.
do need... It's gonna be expensive. But much more manageable. See, this is why you go to people that you know.
I care now.
Connections matter, people. Connections matter. Yes, I will sell you Stinger first. I will then grab all my other weapons, such as the merchant sword, piercer, and I think that's it. Yeah. And then I will sell those to you as well.
See you later.
Merchant sword, yes. Piercer, yes. Okay, so those aren't as lucrative, but still very nice. And then I guess I'll talk to you about Privis.
I need a skilled swordsmith in Privislavitz who'll put good, strong steel in my men's hands. Are you interested?
What? Now? When I'm on the verge of forging the most powerful
I forgot
weapon
about
ever
this.
seen? The Queen of Sheba's sword? No, I've no time now for anything else. Goodbye.
All right, I've got to get the rest of the pieces to that sword then, so I can get him as my swordsman. I've had that quest forever. I think I've only got one. Yeah, I think I've only got one piece of the sword. It's basically supposed to be some like ancient relic from the Holy Lands. But all the blacksmiths you talk to about it, except for that guy, are like, nah, it's a scam. He's never been to the Holy Lands. But yeah.
I hope I can be of some humble service to you.
Of course you can. But first, before I get into all that stuff, yeah. Oh. All right. Actually, I know you're a blacksmith and all, but if there's an armorer, I should probably sell it to the armorer. Okay, I'll hold off on that stuff until I get to. Oh, but I've still got all this stuff too. Okay, yeah. So I'll sell it to you then.
Good luck then.
Let's do it. I will sell the bassinet, the pauldrons, chalices. Sell you the spurs. Sell you the coif, hauberk. Well, you won't be able to afford the burgundy, so I'll leave that. And then what else can I sell? Sell that. Sell those. Cool. Now I'm a little bit less overloaded. Or I could also sell.
Goodbye.
He's got 17. Anything I can buy from him. Man, look at that upcharge right there. You see that? Yeah, I'll buy one of these. Why not? I'll also buy. Yeah, I'll buy all of these. Why not? Do my duty. Oh. There we go. And then I will
Good luck then.
sell you my travel horseshoes. Yeah. What else? Can I sell you? Shoot, I'll sell you these. And I will sell you all 5 of these. Yeah. Seems good. Let's see what his reputation is now.
Goodbye.
73. What did we start at? 70? Not too bad. Okay, now we're doing the main quest.
Do you ever work with copper here?
No, and even if I wanted to, I couldn't. Zach from the Monastery Craftsman's Yard has bought out all the copper.
What can you tell me about the Sasau blacksmiths?
There's too many of us, I'll tell you that for free. This is only a small town. There's Zach, who has a forge in the Craftsman's Yard and mostly works on the construction of the church. And then, apart from me, there's Master Armourer Otter of Rabstein.
Tell me more about Zach.
Don't have much time for him myself. He knows his craft, no question. But he seems to think his son, Vitus, will be a master armourer in Prague one day.
My father was a blacksmith, and I expect he thought much the same about me. That's how fathers are, isn't it?
Of course, any man should be proud of his boy. But Zach makes pride a sin. That's why he's at loggerheads with Master Otter.
Can you tell me something about Master Otter?
Well now, there's a master to look up to. He's worked for the lords of Kunstadt and for the richest townsfolk of Prague.
If you don't mind my asking, what brings him here?
The same as draws all reasonable people. He's enjoying the peace and quiet. Or rather, he used to enjoy some peace. That dispute with Zach must have put a few more wrinkles on his brow.
What are Zach and Master Otter arguing about?
Zach had his boy Vitus trained as an armourer in Kuttenberg, and he wanted to buy out Otter's place for him. Except that Otter's a proud man. How would it have looked? A master armourer giving way to a young whippersnapper who's barely let go of his mother's skirts? And they've been arguing ever since. Well, Zach mostly. He badmouths Otter every chance he gets. He claims that he's only fit for mending pots and that his son will see him off.
That will be all. Thank you.
God be with you.
Thank you, Mikesh. I need to find this Otta. I didn't know there was an armorer. An armorer. I suppose maybe there's one in that's the blacksmith. Probably that Zach. Is this an armorer? I don't know. Let me do a Google search and find out. I love Google. Where is armor? Two ladies who have stalls selling food goods. Don't want to draw from the processing power. Oh, there he is. Yeah. Dodoy. Oh. I'm so overloaded. See, my instincts earlier were that there was an armorer. Master Otter.
Garlic soup for the winter, onion soup for the spring.
Good. I don't really want any soup. Thank you. I'm still stuffed. Okay, let's see. Master Otter.
God grant you health. How may I help you?
What can you tell me about the blacksmiths here in Sasau?
Depends which ones you mean. In the town there's Mikesh. He's a decent man and an honest craftsman. And in the yard by the monastery there's Zach. But there's not many good words I can say about him.
Tell me something about Mikesh.
Like I said, he's an honest craftsman, which isn't something you can say about every blacksmith in town.
What about the monastery blacksmith, Zach?
Well, him and me don't exactly see eye to eye. He wanted to buy my business, but I turned him down. Ever since then, he hasn't had a good word to say about me.
That'll be all. Thank you. Do you make anything out of copper, Master?
I do a bit of Damascene decor sometimes. Why do you ask?
I'm looking for someone who could do me some copper sheets.
Well, that's pretty rough and ready work. I wouldn't waste my time with it. But go and ask Zach from the craftsman's yard by the monastery. He's bought up all the copper to be had around here anyway.
Yeah. Suspicious. Alright, let me get all this stuff from my horse. So that I can have you fix it all and then sell it all to you. Because I'm crazy. I'll keep those. You can have these. Yes. All these. All these. I don't even care. Money ain't nothing, baby. Alright, let's see. Sell both of those. Did he not just fix this? I guess the compass is not him. Milanese, Bavarian, Bassinet. Oh, a little bit too much. My bad. Move those. Close the deal. Thank you, Master Alta. Let's see what. Ooh, 81, yes. Crazy.
Master Blacksmith, I've got a great offer for you.
Not now. First I've got to deal with that bastard Zach. Come to me afterwards.
Okay, that works out well then. I'll go deal with him, alright. Don't mind me walking slow. Okay. I know there's a tailor here because I'm supposed to steal something from him for one of the millers.
Good
Let me
health to
speak
you,
with
sir.
you, good sir.
Good luck to you.
Ah, yeah. That's all fine and dandy. Let's do some selling. Hackathon Dark. That does good things for me, actually. So I guess I'll keep it. It's just so unstylish. Thank you very much, sir. I'll be back to steal from you at some point. Oh. Give me 1 second, you guys. I'm getting a call from my brother. Okay, that was a quicker chat than I thought it would be. Sorry about that, guys. I'm back. I need to figure out the timing on that transition, because you really can see everything that I'm trying to transition to. You know, makes it so there's really no point in having it. Okay, let me go back to the blacksmith. See if I can't sell him. Maybe I can sell to the swordsmith. I don't know. This is the problem with too much drip. There's no one to sell it to. See if I can sell this armor to the swordsmith. I'm sure I can. I just don't know if there's really a point to doing it. So no, he's sword. Don't know what I expected.
Yeah.
The sun may burn, the sun may shine, but you will not wither, darling mine. Now, for the last time. The sun, he hides behind the cloud. His heat goes cold and his fire goes out. He drowned the fish and broke its neck, threw it down upon the deck.
I had a quest earlier in the game where I was supposed to learn that and tell someone else, but I didn't want to tell them because I like this guy. So I didn't tell him. Let's see what he got. Let's see what he can take from me. I will equip this and then send that to my guy. And I will unequip this stuff because I don't want it to be shown on my person. And I'll actually go ahead and unequip this, and this as well. Just have my head out. And I'm still overloaded. Oh, it's because I have 2 heavy shields. Surely I can sell those to the swordsmith, right? Sorry for all the back and forth, guys. I do this a lot when I play this game. There we go. Now I'm no longer overloaded. Okay. Onwards to speak with Ulrich and then Zach. Although, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Ulrich. Ulrich.
So, what did Master Pfeiffer have to say?
I consulted him and we definitely have a starting point.
Tell me more.
Master Pfeiffer found out they need copper sheets for the core of the coins and quicksilver for the amalgam. The other part?
I see. They have such materials at the monastery.
Exactly. That's why I'm interested in the local forges.
Yes, that is good. Yesterday, I heard people from the craftsman's yard by the monastery complaining. They said they could not sleep at night because the blacksmith works all the time till dawn.
I see. That's certainly worth asking about. Have you heard anything else?
You said they use quicksilver. There is a painter lodging here who is painting the church in Ujits. I heard him complain also. He said that he went to the monastery for quicksilver and it was all gone.
Well, that's something to follow up as well. Thanks.
What is this? Talk to the master fresco painter. He's here. Well, well. How fortunate.
I'm glad to see you.
I hear you've had some problems with the supply of quicksilver.
Problems? I should say so. For the third time this month, they've told me they've none. There's no quicksilver to be had, they said.
And who exactly are you talking about? Who's holding back the goods on you?
The monastery overseer, or his assistant, more like.
So what did the overseer have to say to you?
Nothing. Apparently he doesn't deal in such trifles. Leaves it all to his assistant, the pompous git.
Continue the investigation in the overseas.
What do you need quicksilver for?
I don't. They do. To mix up the red pigment for me. I'm painting the church in Ujits. Can you imagine how stupid those biblical scenes look without red?
Not really.
Then be glad you can. My eyes hurt just to imagine it.
Surely such valuable material can't just vanish. Where can it be?
I wish I knew. Every time I ask for the red paint, there's a different reason why they haven't got the quicksilver to mix it. Once they said the goods never arrived, and another time that the wagon carrying it was ambushed. Then it went astray somewhere.
And you think they're lying?
Jesus, what do I know? But it seems pretty strange to me. 3 times in a row the same thing is missing. There's bad luck and then there's something else.
Sorry.
That's all I need to know for now.
Ah. But wouldn't you care to buy something before you go? Or play a game? I really need some money. I've been waiting here a while and my stay's getting expensive.
Why not? Show me what you have to offer.
Take care.
Ah. Yeah, I'll buy these 2. Thank you, Fresco Master. Sorry, ma'am. This is excellent. We're learning so much, everybody. Oh, that's not mine. I was almost bad. Gained reputation to almost lose it immediately. Yeah, I'm pretty cool like that. Yeah, so I'll just... Oh. No lie. I saw a mutt start running up to me and I thought it was some like goblin looking creature. That scared me so bad. My heart genuinely like jumped a little bit. Alright, let's go to the overseer's office. Which I believe will be overseer. Get it, guys? Did you guys get that? That reference? That joke I made?
I'm honored that you should come to me.
I'm looking for some quicksilver. Would you have any on hand?
Talk to my assistant. He deals with such trivial matters.
Fine, thank you.
May the Lord watch over you.
Good day to you.
Do you have any quicksilver in stock?
Who's asking?
Nobody. I'm just asking.
Then I don't have any.
That sounds almost as if you don't want to sell it to me.
It's not that I don't want to. It's that I can't.
Let's be...
Can't you? In the Sasau Monastery? That seems unlikely.
Diplomatic.
It looks more like you're lining your own pockets to me. I wonder what people would have to say about that.
It's not. I'm not. Oh, shit.
Get to the point.
They came for me at noon. Directly to the office. The overseer was somewhere on his rounds. Some night, it was. Without a crest. Armed. He called himself Sir Jezek, and he had a lackey with him called Rapota, a scruffy fellow with a yellow cape. Always whistling he was. They told me they wanted all the quicksilver we order for the monastery. Of course, I told him that wouldn't be possible.
And then what? Did they threaten you?
Not at first. They tried to bribe me, and when I refused, they started threatening.
What did they threaten you with?
They said they know people in the monastery, that they'd have me thrown out and beaten for stealing.
And you had been stealing? I mean, before then?
You know how it is. I work my fingers to the bone and they pay me a pittance.
So they knew about you?
Yes, they knew my name, everything.
How did you hand it over to them?
I take it up the hill behind the monastery here. There's a big tree there with a small chapel underneath. Sometimes Raputa is there waiting for me. If not, I leave it there.
Very well. Thank you.
May the Lord watch over you.
You speak with this guy. I think this is from a quest line a long time ago.
Zmola.
Yeah.
What? Zmola's the one responsible for all the thefts and death. He tried to kill me and Leszek and God knows who else.
Sweet Jesus. Where is he now?
Dead. I killed him in self-defense.
So is that the end of it, do you think?
It looks that way. Leszek was helping him, but he's dead. So things should settle down from now on.
God bless. Even so, we'll have to reconsecrate the monastery. God be with you.
Well, now you know. Brother Porter?
God be with you.
This guy looks like that one guy. I've seen him in some movies. I don't know his name, but he looks like him. Okay. So what am I doing now? I'm checking this place out. I need to speak with the blacksmith as well, though. I don't know if there's anyone around, but so finicky. Eee, my hands, they shake. Let's see. I don't know why, but I think it's a human instinct to whisper, even in video games like this, when you're... He definitely sees me, right? Unless there's another one. There's not. Ooh. Oh boy, what am I doing?
You're in a place intended only for monks.
Alright, I'm going. I'm leaving. Wah, wah. Not a monk. I think there's an achievement. I think you can become a monk. I'm pretty sure. Hi, Mutt.
There's the good doggy. That's my boy.
Why is my hood dirty? Where's it? Stonemason. Brother Elias. Let me speak to Johanka. Johanka.
How are you getting on?
Oh, better. A little, at least. There's less wounded than there was. Some got better. But there are more and more people in need of treatment. Someone gets kicked by a horse. Someone eats something bad. Another can't sleep or has the ague. Everyone's got a problem, and it feels like I'm the only one in the whole world who's able to help them. And Matthias. He worries me most of all. Brother Nicodemus helped me to move him here after what happened in Merhoyed. But he's still lying in a fever, and nothing seems to help.
I'm sorry to hear it. To be honest, you look all done in.
I know. I'm constantly on my feet, and when I get a chance to rest for a while, I don't sleep well. I keep having peculiar dreams and waking up. I get up in the morning feeling like I haven't slept at all.
I brought you something.
That's sweet of you. What is it?
I've got quite a bit of meat. More than I can eat myself. I thought you might be able to use it.
Thank you so much. This will help us a lot. We've barely got enough to eat, you know?
Glad to be of help.
Mm.
What's wrong with Matthias?
As I said, his wound isn't healing, and he has a constant fever. Me and Brother Nicodemus are at a loss. We tried everything we could think of. I pray every night to Our Lady to heal him. If only he'd get better.
Ah, poor Matthias. After all he's been through. I'll pray for him too. You know, I could get you some potion to help calm you down so you can sleep.
Thanks. But there's no point in it. Brother Nicodemus already tried and it didn't help.
Oh, I see. I brought you some...
That's sweet.
I've got a bit of spare coin.
We certainly...
I'd like to give you 360 groschen.
Thanks, Henry. You're an angel.
Cool. So that little icon meant that it was a DLC quest, and I don't really want to start a DLC quest yet. Most of them will have you play from the perspective of a different person, which is cool, and I like that a lot. My only issue is that I want to finish the main story and then do all the DLC stuff. But the Pribyslavitz like rebuilding that I'm doing, the stuff I'm getting all this money for, is actually a DLC quest as well. That I unintentionally started, but let's see, where is this? Okay, it's a little further up. Ah, I love this game. It's so good. Ooh. Pickpocket. What? Does he have any grosh? Should I kill him or knock him out? Find out who in Sasa works with copper. Okay, I've got to talk to the guy. Going. Oh, do I? I wonder if I should be doing this. The reason I was wondering if I should be doing that is because I'm not sure if like maybe I needed to interrogate one of them or something. I don't know if that's even a thing that I can do, but ah, crap, I gotta get my padded coif. For now, I'm just gonna keep the hat on. Okay. Let me see if I can talk to the blacksmith in the monastery first before I go back to talk to Tobias Fafar, who is the treasurer of Ratai, I believe. He's in charge of all the money matters and whatnot. I need to go in the artisan village, not actually in the monastery. Speak to this fella. Zach. I believe he's called. Where's...
Yeah.
Am I stupid? Ah. Is he here? Doesn't seem like it. Oh, one thing I'm really excited for about the sequel is that it's gonna have smithing. That's one thing I really wanted to do in this game, but it's not in this one. But they are in the second one gonna have blacksmithing as a something you can do. Cool. Is this the blacksmith? Watchman. I'm scared because like I feel like if I leave, is Master Fafar here? Master Fafar is in. Oh, that's right. He said he was. I forgot. Tobias Fafar. I don't think I'll be on my horse. My horse. My horse. Perhaps he's. Sleeping? Is he downstairs? Ouch.
Greetings. What do you need?
You look different, Master.
So as to fit in. I don't want it known that I'm in town.
Right.
So what have you found out so far?
Nothing much.
Well, hurry up, Henry. There's no time to waste. Goodbye. My humble greetings. How may I serve you?
God be with you.
Skill books. Eventually, I should probably read all these. Christianius. What's up, guard? Perhaps I will knock out 2 birds with 1 stone while I'm here. Are there lodgings? Yes, there are. So I will go pay for a room, sleep about halfway through the night, come back, steal whatever it is I was supposed to steal for that miller, go back to sleep. Sorry.
Yeah.
And then wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. Grab my glasses, talk to the blacksmith, then I'm out this city.
Yeah.
Sure. I could play dice, but I don't want to risk losing all my money. So sorry, I'm gonna be boring. They're definitely gonna go bad before I can eat them. Apples on the ground. Barmaid.
Here you. God bless. What can I help you with?
I meant to say a place to sleep.
Can I sleep here?
Certainly. For how long?
One night. By the way, the
night?
price for one night compared to few nights is crazy.
Groschen first. These are harsh times.
One night, 2 groschen.
Here you go.
You know how much it is for
You
a few
got it all
nights?
to yourself.
Like
No
300
one will
something.
disturb you.
Crazy.
Where do I go to sleep?
On the upper floor of the inn. There are steps up to it outside. The middle room is yours.
Cool.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Quiet, mutt. Sleeping legitimately halfway through the night. Then I will get up, do some thieving, return, and sleep. Hopefully I'll be able to open that chest, because the amount of very hard yeah, I don't know. Very hard is difficult because sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Most of the time it doesn't. I think I've just been getting lucky with the ones that it shows me. Or the ones that you guys have seen me attempt. But every other time I try, it's like, this lock is too difficult. So...
Hey, you. It's forbidden to walk at night.
Oh no. I'm so sorry. I had no idea. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Oh my goodness. It really gets in the way of all of my plans. Of which I have none. Why would me, a measly little guy, have any plans? Mm-hmm. Why is this door open? Goes over here yelling at me. Stealth kill. No way. That'd be pretty messed up. There's nothing up here I can grab. I'm a little nervous. I don't know where they keep the clothes. I was under the impression I was under the impression it was down here. Is this? No way. No way. No way. Please. Billy. See, that's what I'm talking about, guys. So, I think I do have a potion though. Padfoot potion, I believe it's called. Yes. So let's see if that'll help. It will. Perfect. Ooh. Make sure you hold your breath. Ooh. The urge to steal all of, like, most of these things is quite great. That's good. I can't remember what I'm supposed to be stealing. I know it's kind of stupid to have my light on in here, but... yeah, I'll take that. Let's see my quest log. Valuable brocade. Brook. I don't see a brocade. Where's the brocade? Ah. Hmm. Oh, goodness. Keep the Lords alive at Port Pond. That's... I've earned that. I've earned that one. Wash off. And then walk out of here like nothing happened. Because nothing did happen. Nothing at all happened, guys. And I resent the notion that something happened. Because that would... well... that's only fair, I suppose. Because nothing did happen. Nothing will happen. Until I get back home and go to sleep. That's all that's happening. And I'm so tired from doing nothing. Oh my goodness. Walking around all day makes a man tired, you know? Don't you guys agree? Wait, why are they all up? It's like 4 a.m. Something like that. 2 a.m.? I don't know. About about 8. Yeah, let's get up. Wow, it looks like my nourishment's finally gonna be. Oh my goodness. Below 100? Wow. Get up at 7. Wake up a little early. So that improvement is that skill book. I've got a perk that allows me to my cat just smacked my other cat. I've got a perk that allows me to, I think, read in my sleep, which I know isn't physically possible, but if you're a real one like me, it might be plausible. I'm absorbing the knowledge through osmosis. He's not here. We wait. I am gonna finish this little bit of the quest line and then I have to go get ready for work, unfortunately. But I appreciate everyone for stopping by that has. I know we haven't done all that much, but I feel like we've done a good amount.
How may I help you?
So,
Goodbye.
you.
God save you.
What can you tell me about the Sasau blacksmiths?
Well, there's Mikesh. He's honest enough, and a fair-handed everyday things. And then there's Master Otter. He used to have talent, but now he's too old, and too proud to admit it.
Do you work any copper here, Master Blacksmith?
Why'd you ask?
I'd want to commission you to make something.
Then you best go elsewhere. I never use copper.
That's not what I heard.
What?
I was told in town that you bought all the other blacksmiths' copper.
I'm being made a fool of yet again, it seems. Anything else? I still have work to do.
So back to that copper, Master Blacksmith.
What? I thought I told you I don't work with copper.
Aha.
Bye.
I don't believe him. And why would I? He seems the untrustworthy type. I say, having actively stolen something from an innocent, hardworking man last night. It's fine, they'll never know.
I'll be with you. See you later.
Yeah, you better sell it to me for 50.
Take care.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Loser can't even afford to. You know what? Yeah. I'm willing to accept a lower price. Oh, his name's not Vito.
Your father says you don't work any copper.
We don't.
I've heard differently around town. They say your father's bought up all the copper to be had.
Are you calling me a liar? Or my father? You're asking for it, boy.
Just be sure you know what you're letting yourself in for.
Was that a threat? Do you think I'm an idiot?
You don't get it, do you? I don't particularly want to fight with you. I don't have the time or the need to prove anything. So I'll just take my knife and stick it between your ribs. and then I'll keep twisting until you tell me the truth.
So show me what you're made of. God be with you.
Ooh. It was a good attempt, Henry. That was some real nice work. Hey, you thought I was joking, dude.
Fuck it.
I'll give you the business. Hit him with the old 1-2, a little razzle dazzle. Oh, are you? Are you gonna enjoy this? Cause I'm gonna enjoy it. Or great, I knocked him out. I knocked your kid out.
The swordsmith from the town said he was after the pieces of a sword from some Queen of Sheba.
Kid.
A pilgrim was selling them a while back.
I know he's after those, but he's out of luck. He should have bought it while he had the chance. I still have mine on me. It brings me good fortune, and I shan't sell it.
Not even...
Not even for a king's ransom. Take care.
So what do you have to tell me?
You're right. We do make copper sheets here at night.
So why all the secrecy about it?
Father forbade me to talk about it. I don't know why. I didn't ask.
Who buys those sheets from you?
I don't know. I've never set eyes on him. Father doesn't like to talk about it.
Your father has some serious explaining to do.
Jesus, please don't hurt him.
Don't worry. Doing to your father what I did to you would just be cruel. One invalid in the family is quite enough.
Thank you. God be with you.
So back to that copper, Master Blacksmith.
What?
Your son put it quite differently.
What's that? What are you blabbering on about?
For a blacksmith, son, he's not all that tough, is he? Did they threaten you?
They didn't have to. Just by the look of them, I could say I needed to shut my mouth and do what they wanted.
And did they ever tell you who they were? Do you know where to find them?
I know a little. But show some understanding. There's nothing but trouble in it for me. I'll lose the work and be left looking over my shoulder for some thugs to come and burn down my house. Or worse.
If you lie down with dogs, you shouldn't complain about the fleas.
There's no need for threats. We can both benefit here. If I tell you everything I know, you can help me with a certain small matter. One that'll cover up for my loss of earnings.
Hmm.
So what are we talking about?
I recently tried to buy Master Armourer Otto Rabstein's business for my son Vitus, but that old fool wouldn't listen to reason. He said he couldn't understand his legacy being taken over by a clod like my Vitus. Despite the insult, I doubled my offer, but Master Otto still wouldn't budge.
And what is it you need from me?
I thought I'd show Otto that Vitus isn't such a dolt as he thinks, but for that I need someone experienced in combat.
No, I don't want to get sucked into your business battles.
I see. Then I suppose I'll have to find someone else.
You've got cheek. Not only are you in with the counterfeiter gang, but you lied to me on top of it. You should be on your knees begging for mercy right now. I'm not trying to make a profit.
I didn't know what they were doing.
But now you do know, and you've still got the cheek to try to strike a deal with me. So Rad's definitely going to be hearing about this.
You're right. I'm sorry, I overstepped the mark. I certainly didn't mean to offend one of Lord Radzig's men. One evening I got a visit from this scruffy beggar calling himself Rapota. He had a yellow cape on and kept whistling to himself. There was a knight with him too, but he didn't give his name. They told me what I had to do, how much I'd get for it, and I had to keep my mouth shut.
And where can I find this Rapota? Or the knight?
I don't know exactly. But I've always left the wagon with the goods behind the monastery, on the hill there, next to a small chapel under a big tree.
Anything else?
No. I swear that's all I know.
Well, that'll do me for now.
Young man, about that matter I need help with. I'll gladly pay you.
I'm not interested. So back to that.
What?
Uh,
Good luck then. Hey.
Interesting. So I guess there was no point in me doing that.
Yeah.
That's quite cool. Oh well. I've done what I can. Did I not? I'm sorry. Did I not just steal the brocade? Excuse me. Doesn't seem right.
The Lord be praised. What brings you to me?
You look different, Master.
So
Why?
I don't want to alarm our prey. Gossip spreads quickly, and if those scoundrels learn we're onto them, they'll flee.
That does make sense.
So what have you found out so far?
I found out where they get their quicksilver from. You were right, it was the monastery.
It was the only logical explanation.
It changed hands on the hill behind the monastery.
Have you been there to have a look around?
I have, but I didn't find anything interesting.
And have you found out who's behind it?
Someone called Rapita.
Not much, but it's a start. At least it's not a common name. Listen, Henry, I had another thought on the way here. Those counterfeiters have to have a punch die to make the fake coins.
Yes, of course.
That's sophisticated work. There's a man I know who works at the monastery yard, Master Engraver Jerome of Silesia.
You don't suppose that he's...
No, not that, God forbid. I know him well. He'd never do anything like that. But he runs an engraving workshop, so he might have heard something.
Very well, I'll ask him.
But ask with tact. I don't want him getting offended. And I prefer you not to mention me at all.
I'll try to think of something. That's all.
See you later.
Interesting. Hopefully I have time for this last little bit, and then we'll call it a stream.
Come get them.
I appreciate you guys watching if you've been here. Hope you guys have been enjoying it. Hope I've kept you good and entertained this morning. Sorry, guys. Ooh. My goodness. Maybe I'm starting to get a little bit of a cold. Staying up too late, I guess. Oh, yeah. Master Engraver Jerome. I think this is the guy that engraved the hilt of the sword that Pops and I made for Sir Radzig. Sir Radzig Coppola. Yeah, he's good. I had to help him out with something once before.
God save you.
Why, thank you.
How goes the work, Master?
Getting there, getting there. You need something, my boy?
Aye, aye.
What are you doing here, anyway?
You're in an engraver's shop, my boy. We're engraving, of course.
Yeah, but engraving what? And what's it used for?
Oh, we engrave wood and stone as well as metal. Here in the monastery, it's mostly about decoration.
You've got quite a large workshop, Master. You don't do all the work alone, surely?
I'm usually here with my apprentice, Florian. Of course, by simple observation, you'll note that this is not currently the case, and I'm here alone, which means that either I'm a liar or something out of the ordinary has occurred.
I see. I think. So what's happened to Florian?
He shares the fate of the pharaohs for today. The fifth scourge of Egypt did smite him, the plague, or so his message advised me.
Jesus Christ, the plague?
Do remain calm. I'm quite certain the plague from which Florian is suffering wasn't a judgment from on high, or if it was a judgment on excessive drinking. I'm told such an ailment can be of truly biblical proportions.
What's he like, your apprentice, Florian?
I'm afraid that his exuberant youth has taken its toll. He's been acting strangely of late. I fear he has delusions of persecution.
I don't really know what you mean, at all.
Recently, for example, he told me that someone was following him. And the very next day he bought a padlock from the blacksmith and locked up his chest, as though I would ever sneak into it. In any case, why the interest? Are you looking for him?
Something like that.
May I ask why?
I have a message for him.
A message? Who would be interested in that wastrel? Other than his furious and deeply disappointed master, of course. About your question, you'll find him at home, no doubt feverishly dying. He sleeps in the baker's cellar.
Ah, thank you. Does Florian have any enemies?
A man such as he certainly owes money at every turn, and the parents of local girls are undoubtedly displeased with his attempts to propagate. However, most recently it was that fury from the baths who accosted him in quite a spectacular rage.
A woman from the baths? What did she do?
The harpy nearly tore all Florian's hair out. I don't frequently feel sorry for my ne'er-do-well apprentice, but on that occasion I made an exception.
Do you have any idea why she did it?
She was screaming about some girl, some flighty bath-maid, Esther. I would say that Florian had felt the joys of spring and acted accordingly, although one would have thought they'd be used to that sort of thing at the bathhouse.
Thank you. I'll leave you to your work.
Goodbye.
Interesting. I thought that would be Florian. I wonder where he's going.
Hey, who's there?
Madam of the Baths and Florian. I fear I don't have time.
Yeah.
I may have dawdled too long.
Oh! Are you blind, for Christ's sake?
Good health to you.
I hear you're at odds with apprentice Florian.
At odds? I'll give you at odds. It's that sod's fault they took my Esther. Poor girl. I shudder to think what's become of her.
What exactly happened?
This man came in wanting a bath, and Esther with it. She doesn't normally offer that kind of service, but I didn't see the harm, so I sent her in to him. And suddenly I hear screams. So I run out, and I see the bastard pulling her out of the tent and shoving her into a boat.
I'm sorry they took her, but what exactly has it got to do with Florian?
They shouted at me to tell Florian that when he wises up, he'll get the girl back.
I assume that Florian knows this, Esther.
You know village girls. They don't get much of a choice. Every other knave has a turnip for a brain, and if they don't, they're relatives. And then some young dandy turns up who writes her little poems. What's the poor girl to do? And this is how it ends. She should have stuck with the turnip heads.
Where can I find this Florian? I'd like to ask him a few questions.
He works in the engraver's workshop at the monastery craftsman's yard. And if he's not there, he'll be holed up like the rat he is in the cellar he rents from the baker. He's afraid of me, for sure.
What did the bailiff make of it?
Don't even get me started on that. He's another fine... I won't say what. I told him everything, but he says he won't do nothing about it.
How's that then?
He wouldn't tell me to my face, of course. But people here don't think much of us. There's some as reckon my Esther deserves what she got. Poor girl.
It sounds like you were close to Esther.
I loved her like my very own. She came to me as an orphan, like a wolf child she was. I raised her and taught her and gave her a job, and now she's gone. Who knows if she's even alive?
I'd like to know more about the...
Take care.
Quite sad. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't have time to continue. I gotta get ready for work. But I really do appreciate you guys watching. If you stopped in, if you had something to say, if you interacted in any way, like, comment, whatever. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want to see more of the game, let me know in the comments. I'm definitely going to be playing more, streaming more. But let me know if you guys are interested in it, and maybe I'll stream the second game. If not, I'll just play it by myself. But yeah, I'm really glad that I was able to get up this morning and do this, and I hope that I can do this